Hey YouTube, Tutor UK back again with another trades and well, car boot video, not pickups, not much this week unfortunately. But what's the YouTuber's name? Hygiene76 I think, something like that, sent me a message, and I mean I was completely oblivious to the fact, but it's been a year apparently, yesterday I think, that since I've been on YouTube. Now weirdly enough it feels longer. Now I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it does. It feels like I've been on here about 2 years. So yeah, surprisingly, I think it was August the 11th or something like that. I think the first video I uploaded. Obviously, I've been watching it, you know, a lot longer before then. But yeah, so 1 year anniversary. So how do we get on today? Pretty good at the car boot, I must admit. There's some absolute crackers. So stay tuned for that. But as I tend to do, if I had any weekly pickups, which I don't, but I did get an awesome trade with a fellow YouTuber. He sent me through this package, wonderfully packaged I must admit, all the way from Portugal. Now I think it was off the back of, might have been the last video, I think it was, yeah, but no, was it one before that we had the Mortal Kombat box. But anyway, he got in touch with me, and well, I only said who it is. It's one MSX to go. There we go. Obviously, but it is. And yeah, so John got in touch, said he had a few bits. Would I be interested? He was at one of a couple of the Master System games that I still had floating about. So we come to an agreement, and like I say, he sent me through. I mean, this is wonderfully packaged, absolutely cracking. A couple of bits and pieces. So not only was it in that package, they're all individually packaged as well, and there's a note. So saying I've not long got back in, so I'm on the coffee, and excuse me if I'm rambling, but been a long old morning already. Oh, right. So the note from John. Hi Stuart, hope all is well. Many thanks for doing the trade. Hope you enjoy the games. I've also included the manual to Fantasy Zone and also a few Super Nintendo manuals from games I no longer have. Thanks again, mate. Regards, John, aka 1MSX to go. Please check John's channel out. He's cracking YouTube. I think he's an expat who's living in Portugal. But obviously, as the name suggests, he's all the MSX, which, to be honest, is not a system I even knew existed up until 10 or so years ago. But like I say, he's got a cracking collection, not just of MSX stuff. You know, pretty broad spectrum of a collection, if that's the right word to use. Does various different videos. You know, pretty similar, like quite a few pickups videos, and he obviously does gameplays and stuff like that of the MSX games generally. So yeah, please check John out if you haven't already, guys, and obviously subscribe if you like what you see. Right, so on to the trades anyway. There's a couple of bits like it suggests. So first up, I have sort of opened these just to make this a lot quicker, because I say they were really well packaged. So this is the main game that, well, one of the main ones I was after, and that's a copy of Mortal Kombat. So that gives me a complete box now. Box complete version of Mortal Kombat, so that's really good. Next one, he mentioned he had this one, and that is just a cart version of Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, so wonderful for that as well. And lastly, oh yeah, this was a game he mentioned that he had. Okay, so that's that one. So there's said manual. So like again, guys, I'll link down below remaining Master System games that I need, and obviously any that are less than manual. So if anyone's, again, a bit similar to what John's, and if you've got one knocking about that you no longer need, want, use, please get in touch. We'll sort some out. Oh, he sent me through the manual for Mortal Kombat. I think I've got that anyway, but this one might be in better condition. So that was that. So thanks to them, John. And then lastly, I think he mentioned he had this, but he said that it wasn't in the great condition, might need cleaning. I picked up, I don't know if it's the second one of this. There's like the similar games anyway, but it's Ico, and I picked up obviously Shadow of the Colossus. Now I'm pretty sure this comes in a cardboard version as well, but I don't think Shadow of the Colossus does. If anyone knows if Shadow of the Colossus comes in like the clamshell type thing, let me know. But anyway, so John really kindly sent me through the clamshell version of Ico, which I don't own at all. Wonderfully packaged yet again. I mean, the instructions are there in absolutely brilliant condition. Now I'm guessing, obviously, because this isn't the cardboard version, there's no art cards, and then obviously the disc, which he said needed cleaning. But to be honest, I can't see why or where. John, it looks fine, mate. I don't see a problem with that at all. I don't see why that wouldn't play. I don't know if anyone is even interested in looking at it, but that looks fine. So, John, absolutely superb. I couldn't see any extra. Few Nintendo I think he might have missed the manuals off, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, the stuff there is extra bonuses anyway. So, like I say, John, absolutely superb. Please check his channel out, guys, if you haven't already. Like I say, he's some cracking stuff he picks up, especially over there in Portugal. And subscribe if you like what you see. Right. Carboot. I'd say I've got no pickups for this week. Been really a real dry week. Nothing doing. Actually, I can just see some I've missed. Right. Yeah. So real dry week. But the carboot was on. It was on in force. I'm guessing because the weather's picked up early this week from about Wednesday or so onwards. Yeah, it was. I think it was always destined to get there eventually, and it was good. It was good. Some of the stuff I picked up here is absolutely cracking, I must admit. I'm really chuffed. It's not vast quantities of stuff, but it's just the actual quality of it, I think, more than anything else. Where to start? Where to start? Okay, I know what to do. A couple of little bits. Picked myself up another plushie. This is obviously Luigi, but it's one I've already got. But so I know I actually added the Luigi plushie. But when I've just checked now I don't know if this is a newer remake of it or whatever. I don't know. But my one, let me grab him. I don't know if he's obviously looked like he's been through the wash a few times or they've changed it. But like I say, that's the one I had, and this is the one I've just got. So yeah, stark contrast and difference. So I think this might be a newer, when they've redone it or whatever. But yeah, 50p anyway. This little fella. Bought it off a little kid. So yeah, he was 50p. What else have I got? Randomish. SNES controller. There's a story behind this. SNES controller, 50p. It's just a third party, aftermarket jobby. But I've seen this on the stall, plonked down by itself. There's only like a little kid there again, and I just sort of said, "Oh, how much is your controller?" And he went 2p, and I went 2p, and then his obviously dad must have been doing whatever, and he plods around the corner because obviously I wasn't going to give him 2p for it anyway. I was going to have to go half price and say a penny, but no. His dad came around and he said 50. I think he said £1. So I said, "Oh, you do 50p? Yeah, fine." And I just happened to ask, "Oh, you don't suppose you've got any of the games to have you?" He went, "No, but I've got the console." And I was like, "Whoa, nice one." So "Oh yeah." He goes, "Oh, it's down here." So I looked over and it's a box complete Street Fighter 2. Box complete Street Fighter 2 Super Nintendo. Completely lost my train of thought there. So I was like, "No, not bad." Well, how much do you want for that, mate? What are you asking for that? Oh, 40 quid. Oh, fucking hell, what? So, and I'm just sort of, I kind of lied a bit. I said, "Don't bring 40 quid to the car boot, mate. What are you playing at?" And then he did what they all do, and it really pissed me off. "Oh, they go for this much on." I don't give a fuck what it goes for on eBay. We're not on fucking eBay. If you want to do that, go and sell it on fucking eBay. But, so I just left it. I didn't even open it up. I didn't even check inside it. I just was like, yeah, whatever. I moved on. And I think towards the end, when I went back round again, it was still there, and it still will probably be there, and he'll probably take it home. But then he'll probably just say, oh, I'll sell it on eBay, yeah, whatever. He said he did have some games for it, and he sold them last week. He must have gone to a different car boot, because I didn't see him there last week. But if he was asking 40 quid for that, the games wouldn't have been cheap. Which is okay, that's you know, that's his prerogative, but you know, you've got to be realistic. You don't rock up to a car boot and start demanding stupid prices for things like that. It ain't going to happen. So yeah, that was a little bit of a, like a sort of bit excited, and then and all deflated. What else? A little random bit picked up. I think it's £1. Super Mario Advance on the Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure which version this is. I think Super Mario Advance 2 is the Super Mario Land, the SNES version, but I couldn't remember if this was it or not. I did ask my daughter, because I haven't actually plugged it in yet, but she doesn't seem to think it is. So that was £1. That was alright. What else have we got? I'm not gonna sort these out into any particular order. PS1 games, just a couple I've picked up. One of them, I think, one or two of them I think I might have, but I think they're 50p each anyway, so I was like, I'll just take them. So I've got Ian Livingstone's Death Trap Dungeon, which I know I've got, but I think this might be in slightly better condition. These are all complete. Yeah. Tom and Jerry in House Trap, which I don't have. I know I don't have. That's complete. And pretty good game actually is Crash Bash Platinum. That's complete. I think I've got this, but again, I don't know if mine's missing a manual or whatever. I don't know. So I mean, some of these might be up for traders if you know, want to work out what I need and what I don't need out of them. Okay, I'm going to do this now. As you know, there's always a couple of lizards. I don't know if they know each other, but there's this one guy there. Well, as like I said, there's a couple of them there. But there's this one guy there, and to be honest, I've never really seen him buy video games, per se. I've always seen that he's one of these idiots that walks around with his iPhone, literally out all the time. Now, if I was someone selling something, I'd just tend to fuck off. I'd quadruple the price on principle. Because that's clearly what he's doing, which, I don't get it. You know, I think a few people told me, oh, that's how they make the money, this, that, which I don't really agree with it, per se. But anyway, so this is a different lizard from the guy with the glasses last week who was buying Barbie dolls. He was there again with his other crony. Fortunately, our paths didn't cross, but I did see him. But there's this other lizard that I do see about, and like I say, he tends to pick up records, which is, you know, whatever. Each to their own. I ain't got a problem in that respect. Just don't buy my video games. Well, not mine, but you know. But he did. He got to this one store before me. He was a youngish lad. I don't know where he got the stuff from, to be fair, because some of it was older than he was. So he had like a loose N64, quite a few lots of PlayStation 2 games, nothing spectacular. I've looked through them, and then he had really odd bits of kit. So he had like which is, well, this lizard guy picked up. He grabbed a hold of a couple of light guns, a Saturn. What else could I see? I think it was a PS2, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a PS2. And then there were some games there, PS1 games, and they had them all. The lizard had them all piled up because obviously he was going to do a bulk deal with him. And I could just see, I think two of them were definitely Final Fantasy games. I think one of them was Final Fantasy 9, which I actually do bloody need. Which is what really grates me about stuff like that, you know. Not that I'm sort of saying, oh, I should buy them all or any crap like that. Don't, you know, I'm not sort of saying that. But like I say, like we all know, we collect stuff. We would buy that and collect it. He's going to buy it and he's just going to turn around and sell it again, which just grates me a little bit, because I think, why don't you just, like he does, stick to your records. If that's all it's going to be, just stick to your records. So we had this pile of stuff there, and this is the worst bit. As he was like, I think he was looking for all the leads for the Saturn. So the chap had another box, like I say, it was all random stuff, but he had a couple of Master System games. Not ones that I need, I've got them all. but I thought I'd check the boxes out, and the boxes were in pretty good condition, so these will just be donor boxes, and then obviously up for trade if someone needs them. And then I picked up one PlayStation 2 game, which again is half decent title, you know, for trading on or whatever. So I picked up, like I say, 3 Master System games and the PlayStation 2 game. And this is what, when I thought about it afterwards, I said to the guy, how much do you want for these? And he goes, well, I don't know, what do you think? And I was like, fucking hell. So I ended up just giving him £2, i.e. 50p each. So when I think back to it, the games and the stuff that the Lizard picked up, he's probably just offered him like a £5 or whatever. So he's got like a Saturn with all the leads, PlayStation, I think it's PlayStation 2, and some Final Fantasy games for probably pittance. Right, rant over. So, a couple of Master System games I've got, and bizarrely I've just realised, bastard. Greg Hawkins, I'm going to kick your ass, because he's wrote his fucking name on the front of the boxes. It's Heroes of the Lance. There he is, look, couldn't even see that when I picked it up, I just noticed it now. So, I say, the boxes, it's missing the cover, but I say I bought these mainly for the boxes. It's got this manual and the game's in there, missing the front cover, the manual is, but it was mainly for the box, because the boxes, you know, like anyone who collects Master System games knows, they crush on themselves and all sorts, so, yeah, there's that one there. Sonic 2, again, Greg's decided to deface the game. This is manual-less. So if these are any good to anybody, drop us a PM. It won't be in these cases because I'm probably going to have these cases. Back again, sorry, the camera ran out of space. Typical, isn't it? Right, so where was I? Master System games. And I managed to make myself a coffee in the meantime. I had to make some space. So yeah, Super Kickoff. Yeah, he's decided, what's his name? Greg. Decided not to deface this one. You know, probably the least valuable out of them all, if that's the case. No, I won't put my name on that one. And it's, you know, and this is what gets me. This isn't the best condition as well. Oh dear. Don't get it. Right, so anyway, yeah. I say, these are just going to be donor cases, really. So if anyone interested in games, let me know. Obviously, I will put these into a case. It just won't be these cases. And like I said, the last game from that chap is just Spyro Enter the Dragonfly for PS2. So there we go. Yeah, so I was a little bit not annoyed, but a little bit peed off that the guy picked them games up. I mean, like I say, I'm sure it's Final Fantasy 9 because it's 1X. It's just because I needed it. You know, I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have had the Saturn. I've got 2 Saturns, so I wouldn't have been bothered about that. But it's just like I say, they just buy everything. There's this weird compulsion just to buy the fucking lot. There's no need. Anyway, moving on. Right. What have we got here? Two DS games. Absolutely steal these were. I mean, I don't know much about one of them. Obviously, the other one kind of speaks for itself. I don't know if it's any good. But, like I say, 2 DS games, £1 each. So for £1, you can't lose for £1. So first we've got Final Fantasy 12 Reverent Wings. These are both complete. And then this one I've never heard of. Hoshigami, again for £1. That is absolutely complete and mint. So I don't know if they're any good. I mean, like I say, the girls mainly play the DS. These are obviously RPG games, hence why I picked them up. The odd chance I do get to have to play on a DS. So yeah, them 2 there. What we've got here. So I'm trying to work out. Yeah, these were just literally some different bits and bobs. Like I said before, I don't want to come across as being, I don't know, a dick and sort of assuming that I should be able to buy everything and all that kind of crap, because it doesn't happen. And like I say, probably a lot of people that do what we all do will understand what I'm saying in terms of there's stuff there that I don't buy. I don't buy it all. I buy the stuff that I either need or that I think, like I say, I always offer it out to you guys in terms of that if it's a good enough deal. So I don't buy everything. And the case in point will be these couple of games here. picked up Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PlayStation 2. Again, I think it's about £50, 50p, something like that. Yeah, this is sort of afterish game. There was shitloads of the PlayStation games that the woman had, but I just was like, nah, I'll just take that one. And this one was, which is a bizarre turn of events, especially for a car boot. And again, people who probably go to them will know what I'm talking about. But some Polish people had a stall at the car boot. And they were selling a couple of PlayStation games, so I picked up Silent Hill for the Room for £1. Those of you who frequent car boots will know why that's quite amusing. So yeah, and weirdly enough, the kids were the ones that were doing the haggling. I had to haggle with a 7-year-old girl for that. I think actually going back to that one, I picked that up because I wasn't sure if I had the platinum version or if I'd even got that at all. So I need to check on that, guys. I think I picked that up on the Xbox. I know that with less than Man the other week. And then speaking of the Xbox, just 2 games that I needed for obviously the compatibility. This one was just on its own, literally in a box of was it even, I don't even think it was even DVDs. I think they were like videos, and it's Sonic Heroes on the Xbox. I paid 50p, which is ideal, and it's all complete and everything out. So yeah, and then probably the buy, not the buy of the day, because that's completely wrong given what I'm going to show you. But one of the buys of the days, to be honest, I haven't seen this out in a while for bloody ages. So I've got this for 50p, even though it says £1 on it, and it's the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Now I think there's a Game of the Year edition of this. I don't know. But this is absolute. I didn't even realise this because I just opened up and just checked to make sure the disc was there. So it's got the disc and the manual, and I just realised it's actually even still got the map. It's absolutely mint. So I'll just quickly show you because I've never seen. I didn't even know it had a. See, you wouldn't even know it had a map, would you? Look at that. So there we go for 50p. A couple more to tick off from the list. Oh, I didn't see the old ladies there. The old ladies with the Commodore games weren't there. Typical when I was going to actually go back and probably buy them. Because one or two YouTubers had, well, one YouTuber, I shouldn't say one or two, one YouTuber sort of mentioned that you know, if you see them, because you get them and we'll sort them out. So yeah, not a problem. I have obviously got a Commodore 64. It's not something. I didn't have one as a kid. A friend had one, so I played it a little bit. So I don't actively collect for it because it doesn't hold that much nostalgia. For me, it's mainly playing Kickstart and stuff like that. But again, yeah, anything at the right price, I'll pick it up. And I just thought that 10 quid for what they asked, and it wasn't enough. But I say one of the chaps contacted me and sort of said, well, you know, depending on what games they are there, etc., etc., he probably might. Not too bad at 10 quid. I mean, obviously, it wasn't worth 30 quid, but they weren't there, so that's all for nothing. Well, like I said, I did manage to get myself another coffee while that was being deleted. Okay, right. I've got 2 more. No, I haven't. I've got 4 more. 4 more sets to show you. So I'm going to show you this first. I've got some weird addiction going on. No, not retro game collecting. That's just normal. That's not weird addiction. But with PlayStation 2s at the minute. So now subconsciously, I'm out just to get myself up the box systems. So this is the first one I've got actually. Yeah, this is the first and only one at the minute that I've got boxed complete, and it is obviously a PlayStation 2, but it's the silver one, slim silver, not slim shady, slim silver. It's all there, apart from the controllers. It's got some quick shot infrared CAC as a controller. Got all all the power that hasn't got any, that you ain't got the AV leads, which is not a problem. I've got AV leads, but it's just nice if they were in there. So it's got the weird little power supply, and to be fair, the console's still even in its bag. It's still in its bag in there. You've got all the gumph, all the manuals. So showing you the back of the manual like a dick. Starter pack manual, and as a Brucey bonus in the bottom of the box, an 8 meg memory card. So, like I say, boxed. So it's all in there, like all the inserts and that. So I'll take that out, put that in with the other ones. Like I say, pretty mint. I mean, compared to the one I picked up a couple of weeks back, this is in really good condition. Really good. So that little lot, that lot there, was a young lad. Yeah, a couple of games of it. I asked him how much is your PlayStation? Yeah. Right, PlayStation with 4 games, something else. I think he was trying to sell me something else. 10 quid. And I was like, ooh. So I went, right, well, okay, what about this? And says, you keep all the games, you just send me the console. How much do you want for it then? And he went, £5. I went, right, make it 4, you got a deal. So I showed him the £4, he was like, okay. So 4 quid for a box PlayStation 2 Silver is not bad, I don't think. So now I will be moving on the other unboxed silver one that I've got. Because I've got too many. I don't need that many. So yeah, so it's a weird thing that I've got going on now. I think it's probably about the right time, to be honest, if you're looking to get boxed units, especially the PlayStation, because even though there's still an active system in terms of like game station stuff like that, I think it's still possible to get them boxed and in okay condition. A bit like that one. It's not perfect, it's okay, it'll do me at a reasonable price, as opposed to waiting another 10 years or whatever, when obviously they're going to increase because they'll get scarcer and scarcer. So I think that's kind of where my train of thought's going with that. You know, if we can just get slim black boxed, I know there's a pink one out there, someone else has mentioned that they might have one. Slim pink, and then just the fat silver box and the black silver box, I'd be happy. You know, that'd be it then. That'd be that little. I'm not too worried about variants and different boxes and stuff like that. But yeah, because I didn't do that with all the older stuff. And this is when you should have been doing it. You know, like the Super Nintendos, you could probably pick them up to a penny 20 odd years ago or whatever. You know. So I'm gonna do it now. Right, 3 lots left. Finally, found some GameCube games. Don't see these, not seen this at a car boot for ages, and not in this condition anyway. There's a lady selling them. Bit of a funny story. There's a lady selling them, and I didn't see a little boy initially, so it's just a woman. And I said, "How much are GameCube games?" She said, £3 each. I was like, "Ooh, shit." There's usual stuff like WrestleMania, whatever number it is, 20 million or whatever it is. Sports ones and some baseball, whatever. And then there was these couple that, A, I thought I'm not going to leave them there, and B, there was 2 that I needed anyway. So, said £3. I sort of ummed and ahed a little bit. She went, "Oh, okay, £2 then, £2 each." I thought that's not too bad. That's reasonable for these. I don't begrudge paying £2 because 2 of them I could get the money back and then some on them anyway. So I picked these up and I sort of said, "Oh, would you do?" No, I picked 3 of them up because bizarrely she had 2 different piles, one on one side of the table, one on the other. So I hadn't seen the other pile. So I had 3, obviously at £6. I said, "Oh, would you do a £5?" And she knew what she was doing. So the 3 that I had were Tak, the Power of Juju. These are all complete in absolutely mint condition. Mario Kart Double Dash and Super Mario Sunshine. Okay, so the 2 Marios I've got, Taka didn't have. So my view was, I'll use them as like, you know, make ways to offset the other costs, the other ones. So I said, oh, I've got 3 games. Just went like, I've got 3 games, would you do a £5? Yeah, oh, hang on, what ones have you got? Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. So I sort of had to show her. Oh no, can't, no, it'll have to be £2 on then. So I thought, for £1, I'm not going to piss her off and make her go back to £3. So I said, oh, okay, not a problem. 6 quid. And then I looked over, I don't know what it was, and said, oh, you got some more over there? She went, oh yeah. So again, there was just the usual, not crap I suppose, but it was just all sports stuff, and I'm not paying £2 for a sports game. But they did have, yet again, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which I don't have, so I thought, yes, I'll have that. So I ended up paying 8 quid for 4 games, which probably at a car boot when you think about it. Okay, when you say £2 a game, it doesn't seem a lot. When you go up to 8 quid, you start thinking, but then, I mean, my thinking is the 2 Marios will easily pay for them. So that's what we did. And to be honest, the little lad was there. I said, are these yours? He said, yeah. So I give him the 10 quid, and I had a £10 note, and he gave me £2 change back. So he's obviously got. I said, are you going to go buy sweets with that? I said, you'll only buy sweets anyway. Rot your teeth, or you'll go and buy fags and beer and spend it on porn. I didn't say that. So the little lad was happy anyway. Right. Last but one. This one I was really chuffed. Really chuffed. But not as chuffed as I was with the last thing I'm going to show you. So I got in there. Started looking around. I seen the thing I'm going to show you first, bizarrely enough. And then I seen these. So it's kind of literally I've gone backwards. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it was still there. And the old resellers hadn't got there before me, which is a bonus. I picked up a nice little haul of M64 games, boxed, most of them boxed. Obviously, it's just one of them things. M64 seems to be the flavour of the month. So, you know, as with anything, as with any of these cardboard boxes, you know, the sort of quality it's just hit and miss. These are not too bad actually. I've seen a lot worse, a lot worse. So I've picked up this lot here. What I'll show you, I paid the pricey sum. You're not gonna believe it. I mean, it's a little touch and go, but it was 5 quid. 5 quid. I was like, yes. And what transpired was that it was the first car boot they'd done. It was a man and woman, like oldish sort of thing. So these obviously must have been the kids. They have been up in the loft, because I can tell, because they were covered in cobwebs and that lofty type sort of dirt bits that you get when you have stuff in the loft. So I sort of said, when I asked her, I said, oh, how much are your games? She went, I don't know what the old ones. And I went, well, how about £5 a lot? She went, oh yeah, that sounds good. They are old, aren't they? And I was like, yeah, done. Do I feel bad? Not really, because some of the scabby old reseller lizard bastard would have had them anyway. So, enough ranting. Get on to the games. Some of them are not the greatest ones, let's be honest. There's no super rare or anything like that. But for the price I paid, the fact that they're boxed, very happy. So first up is Rugrats Treasure Hunt. This is complete. Yeah, it's all complete. I mean, like I say, I'm not going to bother getting them out, but trust me when I say it's complete. This one I don't have. This is complete. Probably, yet again, not one of the best games, but it's in one of the best conditions. I'm going to say this wrong as well. Whyalla, sound like a Geordie. Whyalla Country Club True Golf Classics. I can probably said that completely wrong. Oh fuck knows. Whyalla. The Geordie golf game. So there's them two. They were alright. Loose carts. I said nothing great here. F1 World Grand Prix, which bizarrely I did get the manual with. the absolute classic, mega rare International Superstar Soccer 98. And then, God, I don't know, I'm going to do this. I'll show you these loose carts. These two are crackers. Need a bit of scribbling up. Mario Kart 64 and F-Zero X. So that's all the loose carts. Oh, and weirdly enough, a manual of Donkey Kong 64, which I have got the game for. So now all I do need is the box. Right. The rest of the games, boxed and complete. GoldenEye, happy to get that. Happy to get this. Banjo-Kazooie, little slight nick on the box there, complete as well. I've got this complete. I've still got my original copy that I bought. And why is this weird that this happens? It's Super Mario 64, but it's missing the instructions. But I've got a copy of the instructions from the last little lot that I bought off a lady. So there we go. Isn't that weird how that happens? And then probably the best conditioned box, bar the last one. I have got this, and this is complete. But it's Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. It's in really good condition. That box is actually really good. Oh, and I got a controller. And then the last box, which unfortunately is empty. But I say I'm pretty sure I've got the bits that go in it, so I'm not too fussed about that. But it's the big box Lilac Wars. It's got all the inserts and stuff. And I've definitely got Lilac Wars, I know that much. So I'll just transplant mine into it. There you go. So yeah, that little lot for £5. Wow chuffed with that. Wow chuffed. And that was the second thing I picked up. So when you see what I picked up first and then I see that, I thought, fucking hell, my money ain't going to last anywhere at this rate. If all the good stuff, you know, if all the stuff is as good as this kind of thing. I say it's definitely to do with the weather. Hands down. Right. So this is how the French would say, the pièce de résistance. I couldn't believe it. And I nearly walked past it. This is the funniest thing. Nearly walked past it. Someone else picked one of these up not long back. A very good friend of mine on here. It's not the one that I've always wanted to get, but for the price I paid for it, I'm not too fussed at the minute. And it's a good sort of, I think, introduction into this system. Okay, so it was about 10 second row in, so 10 stalls in, something like that. I hadn't really seen much at that point anyway, which is not unusual. And then get to the store, and it's one of these ones where the guy's got like almost like a Jippo van, you know, with sort of metal frames around the outside, and he's got boxes of crap all in it. So obviously it was fairly early on, so he's still getting stuff out. And what caught my eye is he got a box out, and it had like the green sort of Xboxy colour. So oh, Xbox games, I'll have a look at them. So that's what kind of led me over today, if you like. So I was looking at these couple of Xbox games. It wasn't anything special. I was just literally checking my list to sort of see if there was ones that I needed. And what was he doing? He was doing something else anyway. I can't remember what it was. And I sort of looked up from where I was looking under the table. I sort of looked up to him and just sort of said, "Oh, how much are your games?" And as I looked up, I couldn't believe that it was there, just sat on the table. God, I can't believe it. So what I've picked up anyway. So anyway, as I was, like I say, I looked up how much your games, and I completely didn't listen to what he said. I still don't know how much he was asking for the games anyway. But when I looked up on the table, literally this far in front of me, I don't know why I didn't see it. I think because it wasn't, like I say, he wasn't selling games. He wasn't like a game seller or anything like that. So I didn't really think to look on the table. It had all like the usual. They sell all these antique type things, you know, like the rare like soldier stuff and kind of that crap. So I'm guessing he goes to auctions or something. I don't know. It looks like that sort of people. People who go to the car boot will know what I mean. You end up getting certain types of people that they're not selling their own stuff. It's stuff that they've got from somewhere else, and I guess it's either house clearances or auctions or wherever it is. So you look like one of them. Hence, like I say, he looked like he had a Jippo van. So he probably does house clearances. I can't believe it. Right. So anyway, looked up, seen this, and I just completely ignored what he said, and I was like, "Is that what I think it is?" So I picked myself up, right, for 15 quid. Now I fucking haggled him senseless on this, and he wouldn't budge, would not budge. But I thought, for 15 quid, I can't leave it there. I just can't leave it for 15 quid. It's a PC engine, well, it's a Turbo Graphics 16 with the game, with a controller. It has got the AV and the hookup somewhere here. 15 quid. I tried to get into a tenner. I even tried chucking in the crappy Xbox games, which I hadn't even checked. I don't know. Look, you have to try. I mean, to be honest, for 15 quid for that, you know, I still think, you know, I said to him all, does it work? Why do we say that anyway? I don't. Yeah, well, of course it works. Yeah, of course it fucking works. So does it work though? That's the thing. It's not in too bad condition, to be fair. So like I say, for 15 quid, I took a gamble about it working. He said it worked. You know what? It fucking works for 15 quid. I've been playing Blazing Angels, that's why I haven't got the AV or the power. Cracking little system. The only problem is it's only RF, so I need to get that looked at. Now, Al Mewtwo, he picked one of these up. I think he picked it up boxed and it's all modded and stuff like that. So I might have a quick butchers online just to sort of see how you get the old AV port modded, see what it's involved. He didn't seem to think it was too difficult, so I might have a crack at that, do it myself. So, what a pickup! What a hundredth? What am I about? 1 year anniversary pickup. PC Engine, a console that I'd never owned. Like I say, it's not. Ideally, if I had the money and I wanted to buy one, it would have been the Duo RX, the Japanese one. But for 15 quid, with a game, with all the hookups, as an introductory tester, whatever you want to call it, I don't think that's a bad deal at all. He did his usual thing when I was trying to haggle him. Oh, they're going for fucking £45 on eBay. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't say that to me. You know. And I think that's partly what it was, why I started then trying to get some thrown in, because it just annoyed me. But again, it's one of them weird things. You wouldn't expect it for him, that person, to have that. You know what I mean? Didn't have any other game stuff. He had that, and he had 3 Xbox games. That was it. That was all the game-related stuff that was on there. Truly bizarre. Perhaps that's why it was there. I don't know. You know, still there. And the lizards hadn't seen it, or maybe they didn't know what it was, which is a bonus because I got it anyway for 15 quid. So I'm wow chuffed with that. So that's it, guys. A bit of a ramble, I know. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. Super excited. So now, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've got something else that I've got to but I've got to try and control not to go two-man start buying shitloads of PC Engine games. I need to have a look up, because I know not all the Hue cards are compatible. You have to get these special adapters, which are as rare as hen's teeth, apparently. Because I remember looking at it before the Duo RX, because I think that plays them all straight out of the box kind of thing. And I know that there's some that are Super CD ones, aren't there, with the cards. So, something to get excited about, like I say. But that's it for this 1 year anniversary pickup. So, like I say, thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I'm going to do some of the gaming videos or whatever. I'm not got anything planned per se. You know, this is kind of what I do, and it's easy. And let's say I should probably do something for X amount of subscribers. But what I've noticed is the number of subscribers keeps going up and down, and I think it's something to do with YouTube deleting dead accounts. So I'll have to work some out anyway. But yeah, super happy, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you later, YouTube. Bye.